MSB here. Hearthstone has been out for a while now, and I'm sure your card collection has increased. So, I'm going to go over 2 ways for you to upgrade the Paladin budget deck that I created previously. Now, you may not have gotten any playable legendaries yet, so this upgrade is still limited in scope to make sure you can easily fill the card list. This budget deck had a limitation of only 2 rares. This upgrade increases the limitation up to 8 quality cards, meaning either rares or epics. Again, no legendaries and no unlimited epics. 8 quality cards max. The first Paladin variant I'll discuss this week is a very aggressive rush deck. I've been using this deck for the past 2 seasons, and each time I've gotten rank 9 or lower just from doing my daily quests. This deck is intended to put pressure on your opponent early and often and use a wide range of cards to efficiently clear your opponent's board. Here, we have the original budget Paladin deck, and if you want to see more of it in action, just click here. So the first thing we'll do is remove the 2 Blessing Wisdoms, the 2 Noble Sacrifices, the Acidic Swamp Ooze, Ivy Gowl, Raging Worgen, Shattered Sun Cleric, Blessing of Kings, Venture Mercenary, and the 2 Guardian of Kings. We're reworking the whole concept of the deck to remove a lot of that late game big bruiser mentality and instead focus on an extraordinarily strong early game. So then we'll be adding 2 Redemptions. I've had some bad things to say about Redemption in the past, and I still stand by most of those. You can't use Redemption and expect to use big, beefy troops. Redemption really shines in this deck specifically, so it has a lot of great synergy, which I'll go into. Then we're also going to be taking 2 Divine Favors. We took out the 2 Blessing of Wisdoms, and we're going to replace it with Divine Favor, which can give you massive card swings, especially against very popular decks like Handlock or Druid Control. And then we're going to also, again, take advantage of the increased quality to get 2 Avenging Wraths. And then we're going to build on our early game control. We'll do that with 2 Abusive Sergeants, 2 Elven Archers, and of course 2 Leper Gnomes. This is a fantastic early game rush troop. And then we'll also be taking 2 Knife Jugglers, again taking advantage of the increase in quality. And lastly, we'll be going for 2 Scarlet Crusaders. The best part about this deck is everything has an incredible amount of synergy. You look at Redemption with Scarlet Crusaders, with Knife Jugglers, because everyone likes taking out Knife Jugglers right off the bat, or with Fairy Dragons even. This Redemption works so well with so many of the troops that you have. And in addition to that, I mean, just look at, say, like Leper Gnome. If you were to, say, go second, you could play Leper Gnome turn 1 and then Redemption with the coin. Even if they kill your Leper Gnome on turn 2, you're still doing 6 damage to them. You're doing 2 from the attack, you're doing 2 from his first death rattle, and then once he inevitably dies, you'll get 2 from the second death rattle. So 6 damage for basically 2 cost is incredible. And that's why there's, like I said, a lot of synergy with this deck, and a lot of ways to really just keep control of a board with extremely efficient card usage. Now that the deck is ready, let's go ahead and take it for a spin. Okay, versus Shaman. There are a lot of really good Shaman decks, so... Okay, Hammer of Wrath, no. I'm going to need to ditch all 3 of these cards. I need more early game troops. I need to get, like a 1-cost troop, 2-cost troop. We need to get something going on the board. Divine Favor, Cleric, and Redemption. Well, the Redemption... Unfortunately, I'm stuck with this. The Redemption is always a good first turn play with this deck. I'm going first, so no shenanigans available. Not the strongest. Obviously, you don't want to start with a Shattered Sun Cleric when you're in a rush deck, 'cause that needs something on the board. So, okay, Archer Protector. Still nothing fantastic, but we'll Redemption out. And hopefully he doesn't open aggressively. And maybe we'll pull a good, like Leper Gnome or something here. Knife Juggler, perfect. Yep, here, grab that. He will definitely kill this. I hope he kills it with a Stormforged Axe. That'd be the best. With this deck, you actually like the opponent using weapons to attack your troops because they get, Unbend Elemental. Anyway, because then they damage themselves. Well, this is perfect, because I'm just going to buff up my Knife Juggler and... yeah, take this guy out. This is just, perfect. Unfortunately, wasted my dagger on him, hopefully. Would have been better to hit Thrall, but that's okay. Forked Lightning. Okay, Lightning Storm. Perfect. Now he's going to be overloaded, so he's only going to have a 2 cost. And I think this is going to grab the Cleric. Yep, sure enough. I think it goes for the higher cost troop. Or maybe that was just a bad 50-50. But now I've got a great play. I can Argent Protector, and I can Fairy Dragon, which is great, because he's already used up one of his major AoEs. And it also means he didn't have Forked Lightning, because otherwise he would have Forked Lightning instead of done that. So I'm guessing what? Totem? And then I've got a Divine Favor in hand to pull all my cards back. This is great. He can only play one of his cards, so I'm going to get like massive card advantage. Or not card advantage, I mean. Well, it's card advantage because I've got the cards on the board. Okay, so he just takes out one. That's fine. Took out my 2/2. Oh, and another redemption. This is great. Yeah, so throw out my redemption and then play my Divine Favor. And now I've got 2 troops on the board. And I get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 more cards. Deal 6 damage to this guy's face. And yeah, go ahead, man. We'll see what he's got. 4, because he overloaded. To an Amish Inventor. That's just bait for my True Silver Champion. Yeah, that's perfect, yeah. I'll go in and smash that thing, and then throw out another 6. And this is where the deck gets sort of deceptively... Yeah, Fairy Dragon. This is where the deck gets deceptively dangerous, because I've only got 3 attack troops out, and he's already at half life. And it really sneaks up on your opponent. They're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm at half life? And now here I could always equality, you know, and if he doesn't wipe my board, I'm going to be doing some major damage next turn. Okay, that's fine. I actually really don't mind when people play Acidic Swamp Ooze against this deck, because that limits the power of the cards they can use. And do perfect. Stormforged Axe, yes, do 3 damage to yourself. Perfect. Now he's down to 12. And bam! A redemption is such a good troll card. Well played. Oh, don't be like that. And he's dead, because I've got another weapon. Yeah, so throw out my True Silver Champion. Sorry about that. I wasn't trolling you. Well play. It might sound like I'm really being a jerk. But yeah, as you can tell, the damage really sneaks up on you. And you could just really keep a commanding presence on the board. Excellent. Okay, Warlock. One of the worst parts about playing against a Warlock is a Warlock could either go Rush or it could go Handlock. And so you have to pick your opening cards differently. So here I've got to keep Consecration, and the Knife Juggler is a fantastic early game troop. I've got to keep Consecration. Oh, Redemption is so good. I've got to keep a Redemption in case he's a Rush variant. If this is a Handlock, then Consecrate is really not that good. But hey, how you doing? Definitely one of the things that makes playing against Warlocks difficult in the current meta. But we'll see. Okay, so he's a Rush. Flame it, but this means that, let's see what I pull. Okay, so at this point I'm just going to play out my Redemption. I'm going to take damage to my face, but what I can do here, one of the best parts about the synergy of the deck, first turn Redemption and then coin to Scarlet Crusader is great. And a Young Priestess.
Do you need a blessing?
And another Young Priestess. Oh, okay. So, a little bit troublesome. Okay, so he's 3/3. That's great. So what I can do now is I can coin into the Scarlet. And the best part is he may think that this is a noble sacrifice, because that is used far more frequently. And so if he attacks this Fire Imp first, he may think, oh, well, I'll survive by doing this. I'm guessing he has a Mortal Coil in his hand. No, he just lost his guy. Ha 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 ha. So we'll see if he's got a Mortal Coil. Mortal Coil? You got it? Oh, does he pull it here? He obviously didn't have it. He didn't pull it! He just used up his entire board. Just to take it on to it. Boom. Oh, that's gotta feel terrible. He just used 3 troops, and I still have my 3/1 on the board. Well, hello, Knife Juggler into Lumber Gnome. Yep. This is so good. Yeah, Redemption with that card. There's so many great combos with this deck with that. He must be feeling horrible right now. Scarlet Crusader, whatever. Perfectly fine. I really don't care. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and throw out my Scarlet Crusader and see if we get the pop, shield pop. Bam! And this is another reason why the Knife Juggler is so good, is because it pops shields. And now he's down to less than half health. He has got to be hating life right now. And 5 mana, that's normally like, yeah, Doomguard. Yeah, and he just throws out 2 cards for it. Kill the Knife Juggler, it's fine, because I've got, again, talking about the different ways that you can use your cards in this deck. Here, I'm happy to sacrifice 5 health and wipe his board. You know, if I had it doesn't want to keep on going. Well played. Anyway, you've got so many good options to kill off whatever someone answers with at turn 4 and turn 5 with this. So many good options, and that's just a great example of it. So, as you can see, this rush-based Paladin deck is an unstoppable juggernaut that outpaces other rush decks and overwhelms slower-paced decks. Next week, I'll be going over a late-game healing-based Paladin deck variant for people who enjoy taunting opponents with low health values only to rip victory out of their hands while laughing in their face. So if you haven't already, please take the time to subscribe to my channel for more DTCG videos, and as always, I'm MSB, wishing you good games and good times.